to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Ads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread them wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet them all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Rub a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The haul in picks and work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread them wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet them all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.
Welcome back to week 6 of the College Card Podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill. I'm your host, Rick, and I am flying solo today because if anybody remembers last year, Colt Kyle decided he wanted to stay a little extra late at the bar tonight, causing some of the guys to miss recording. So we're just going to get this out there. We'll get right into it. Last week's record, Tyler finished 9-5-1. Raising his season record to 47, 46, and 4. Adam was really, really good last week. 7-3-1, pushing his record to 41, 36, and 1. I myself didn't have a bad week. It's the worst of us all by far, though. I went 11-11-1, putting my season total to 47, 62, and 1. As a group, as a podcast right now, we are 135, 144, and 6. We were going to talk a little, James Franklin. Did Penn State keep the wrong quarterback? Then we're going to kind of divulge into the Lane Kiffin comments about dynasties in the SEC and adding that 9th game with Texas and Oklahoma. But I digress. Maybe we get into a little of that next week. We shall see. The games that we were picking this week started with number 14, Iowa State at Cincinnati. Then we went on number 16, Vanderbilt at number 10, Alabama. Number 9, Texas at Florida. Number 7, Penn State in a bounce-back situation on the road at UCLA. Mississippi State coming off an impressive overtime loss against Tennessee as far as offense-wise at number 6, Texas A&M. And then the second best game of the weekend, probably, number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State, and another big bounce-back chance for the Noles. But we didn't get to discuss it as a group. I got everybody's bets, so let's get into it. Our first game, like I said, Iowa State, number 14th in the nation, travels to Cincinnati to take on the Bearcats. 11 a.m. kick, ESPN2. Iowa State is a road dog as a 14th ranked team in the nation, getting a 1.5, over under 55.5. And if anybody was curious, Iowa State plus 102 on the money line. So Tyler had Iowa State plus 1.5. Adam and myself both took Iowa State to win outright at plus 102. Our next game, maybe the best game, maybe not. We'll see. See how Alabama responds in a revenge game from last year when they went into Vanderbilt and got knocked off. Vanderbilt getting 10.5 points on the road at Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa. 2:30 kick on ABC. 55.5 again is the over-under for this game. And if anybody was curious, if they thought Vanderbilt was going to do it back-to-back years, Vanderbilt plus 330 on the money line. So bets were kind of all over the board here. I have the over 55.5. Tyler has Alabama minus 10.5, and Adam has Vanderbilt plus 10.5. We'll move on. Texas, number 9 in the nation, on the road in the swamp against Florida, 2:30 ESPN. The line is a little fishy. It's a little fishy. It stinks a little bit, maybe a little bit of a rat line. We shall see. Texas -4, over under 42.5, and Florida plus 205 on the money line. In this game, Tyler took Florida on the money line, thinks the Gators are going to get them. Didn't believe in Arch. Adam has Texas -4.5. I myself also Texas -4.5. Don't really like it. I just don't trust DJ Lagway and Billy Napier and the Gators. The bet I actually like the most is the first half under of 22.5, because 42.5 is too low, and there might be some touchdowns near the end that push it over. Kind of like how last week that Oregon Penn State game, that game was the under the whole time, and then all of a sudden there's an overtime, there's a second overtime, and there's 21 points scored right then and there, and there's your over, right? But yeah, we'll move on. The next game, speaking of Penn State, number 7, Penn State goes on the road to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena to take on UCLA. UCLA probably, I'm going to say the worst Power 4 school in college football right now. Penn State, 24.5 point favorites on the road, over under 48.5. Across the board, we all have Penn State to bounce back, -24.5. They need to win with style points. I also like the under of 48.5. I don't think UCLA is going to do much. I don't think Penn State's going to score a whole lot or need to score a whole lot. This could be like a 31-3, 31-10 type of game. So I like the under along with Penn State. Like I said, Tyler and Adam both like Penn State -24.5. Then we're going to go on to what could be the biggest fireworks show or the biggest dud of the night. It's Mississippi State at number 6, Texas A&M, Kyle Field, 6:30 kick on the SEC network. Mississippi State getting 15.5 on the road. Over under also 55.5. And if anybody's curious, Mississippi State plus 500 after almost knocking off Tennessee at home. Maybe there's some people thinking about it. Again, kind of all over the board. Tyler likes Mississippi State to cover the 15.5. Adam likes the under of 55.5. Thinks Texas A&M's defense is going to shut it down. Their offense doesn't really move the ball a whole lot, is what he said, even though, we saw 70-something points scored against Notre Dame from both teams. And then I like the over. I think Mississippi State is going to air it out, and I think Texas A&M it's going to be another replay of that Notre Dame and Texas A&M game, I think. So I like the over of 55.5. And then the last game we're going to talk about, number 3, Miami at number 18, Florida State. Another 6:30 kick at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. The Canes are giving 4.5 points on the road. So we got a home dog, over under 53.5. Florida State plus 164 on the money line. Adam likes the Canes -4.5 on the road. He likes the over of 53.5. Tyler likes Florida State. He's going with the home dog plus 4.5. I myself also love the home dog plus 4.5. And in my mind, the only way Florida State can keep it close with Miami and cover that 4.5 is by having the over, having a shootout of a game. So if I'm taking Florida State plus 4.5, I might as well take the over because, like I said, that's the only way I think they can get there. That wraps up the 6 games we were supposed to pick together. Then we'll move on to our locks. Adam went back to the well of a game that we have already talked about. He took the over 55.5 in the Vanderbilt-Alabama game. Tyler, he's betting on the Dabo train as he goes into Chapel Hill to take on Bill Belichick. I think it's probably more of a fade Bill Belichick type of move, but he's got Clemson -14. I myself, I've rode with them all year. I'm going to continue to ride with them. They're either my lock every year or my best or every week or my best bet every week. Or if we picked them, I had them in an upset setting. Give me the number 11 Texas Tech Red Raiders to cover the 10.5 points on the road at Houston. Another game I really like is a 2:30 kick on ESPN in probably the biggest letdown spot there is in college football this week. Give me Louisville at home to cover the 6.5 points against the 24th ranked Cavaliers of Virginia, coming off that massive overtime win against Florida State. The rest of Adam's card. He likes Georgia to cover the 20 points against Kentucky at home. He likes Michigan to cover the 17 points against Wisconsin at home and the team total over a 31.5. Adam and I are both on this one. I think Notre Dame's got to win in style points. I don't know if they fully cover the 17 or whatever it sits at right now, but I know Boise can score and I know Notre Dame can score. So we both like the over of 62.5 points in the Boise State at Notre Dame game. Adam likes the over of 46.5, Clemson at North Carolina. And then he likes Michigan State plus 12 on the road against the Cornhuskers of Nebraska. Tyler hasn't sent the rest of his card yet. He'll get it to us. He'll be on the cards. The rest of my card, I like Syracuse to bounce back. SMU has been nowhere near what they were last year. They're very disappointing this year. I like Syracuse on the road at SMU plus 16.5. I like Navy minus 12.5 against Air Force. This might be a spite play. I had Air Force last week minus 6.5 against Hawaii because Hawaii can't travel off the island this year, and they got boat raced. It was brutal. Friday night game. I love West Virginia heading into BYU getting 19.5. Not so much because of it being in Provo. 19.5 is a lot. And with BYU's freshman quarterback, I just don't know if they can get it covered. I like the under of 45.5 of the Western Michigan UMass game. Watching UMass play Mizzou last week, holy cow, they cannot do anything. They've started 3 quarterbacks this season in their 3 games. They're 0-3, started 3 quarterbacks. They're just brutal. Now they're 0-4. But like the under of that, 2 teams that don't really move the ball, can't really score. I'm on the opposite side of Adam. I like Wisconsin to cover the 17.5 at the Big House in Michigan. Just those rivalry games seem like they're a little closer than, an 18-point game. They might lose by 14. They might lose by 15. 17.5 is a lot in a rivalry game. And then another rivalry game I like is Illinois at Purdue. 7 of the last 10 games in this series, the dog has covered the spread. So give me Purdue plus 9.5 to cover it again. They covered it last year. Like I said, 7 of the last 9. The team getting the points has covered. Okay, Mama's Combo Parlay. My bet, Texas Tech minus 10.5 on the road. Tyler's Clemson minus 14.5 on the road. And then the over Alabama and Vanderbilt 55.5 for Adam. $100 bet pays you $527.19. Give it to us this week. We have been so close the past couple weeks. We've missed one every single week. We have missed, except for week 2. We missed 2 on the week 2. Last 2 times I have been so close. I've been the one to mess it up. I've been very close both times. Just half a point 2 weeks ago. This past week, it was like a 3-point swing that I missed on the over of UMass and Missouri to get us that Mama's Combo Parlay. We have yet to hit one in the 2 years we've been doing it. It's been brutal as far as combo plays and locks of the year so far. 3-2. Tyler is 4-1. Adam is 1-4. So we'll move on. Any preseason bets have gone sideways just yet. I do believe, if I look real quick, I think I'm pretty much dead on multiples of them. I had the under of 5.5 on Vanderbilt. They're already at 5. That's going to be a tough one. I don't think they're going to go winless the rest of the year. But that being said, they have Alabama, they have LSU, they have Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee. You never know, I guess. Just don't think that's going to happen with Diego Pavia. And then as far as South Carolina, the way they have looked so far, I had the over of them at 7.5. They're sitting right now at 3 with LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Coastal Carolina, and Clemson still left on their schedule. That one might also be dead. We will see, I guess. Just doesn't look good. Obviously, Like we said, we've already missed a couple. Clemson, the over of 10.5, they're out. Notre Dame, the over 10.5, they're out. We're getting into if Penn State loses one more, they're 10.5, they'd be gone. So that's where we kind of stand. Adam has still holding on to that Kent State over 1.5 play. We'll see if they can pull something out. They got Oklahoma this week. Maybe there's a shock. No, not really. There wouldn't be. But they got UMass next week. That would be the big test for them to be able to pull off that second win and give Adam the first over-under hit on the board. Maybe next week we'll do a little something where we add in a revised playoff prediction. Maybe we touch back on our Heisman hopefuls and see where we stand, since a lot of us had Clemson win the SEC. Lenore Sellers is awful. Arch Manning is awful. Garrett Nussmeier hasn't had a Heisman Trophy type of season, so I don't know if any of those three that we predicted earlier on will even come close to sniffing a finalist on it. I highly doubt it the way those 3 seasons have gone. But like I said, we'll keep going. We'll get into some more next week. Hopefully, Kyle doesn't hold Tyler hostage at the bar and we miss this again. If so, we'll kind of have something similar to this. So thanks for listening. Week 6 of the College Football Card podcast presented by Mamas on the Hill.
Welcome to the College Card Podcast, where Saturdays are sacred and bets are war. Saturdays coming, the lines are set. Cash that ticket, break a sweat. Pads are crashing, bands are loud. We're calling picks and we're damn proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. Maneuver down, but we're betting hard. Rub a little down like a garbage call. With College Card, let the dogs barn. The Hall in Dixon, work them proud. The College Card, we're betting hard. Spread 'em wide, let the dogs bark loud. The College Card, no holds barred. Ride that lock and hype the crowd. Underdogs, overplays, late night action, weekday blaze. SEC or Big Ten ball, we bet 'em all, baby, win or fall. The College Card, grab your card. We're rolling deep, tickets falling hard. The College Card, we set the bar for the fans who live for yards and scars. For the fans who live for yards and scars.